time, to ever come around again, to trust again. But if you are in that stage or whatever level that you are at, today we want to share with you, because some of us right now in Fiji, and maybe some of you, maybe outside Fiji, you're going through the same challenges as well, financially, or challenges by your health, or sickness in the house, or you may be sick and then you can't get rid of it, or maybe you are on a medical, leave, or on a medical that in your heart you know that you have to continue with it. And whatever stage that you are in, you need to come before God. If your marriage has gone different way, and you're sick, or you're facing that, but maybe your husband or your spouse, your wife have moved on and have other relationship while you're on your own, but yet you're going through this sickness, or you're going through these challenges of your life, and there is no other way that you could have make amends to that marriage that has been broken. And if you are one of those who are logging in today, then you need to sit before God and have Holy Communion with God, to ask God to release you. And you need to release your heart. Because the attitude and the condition of your heart, it can do, it's amazing what it can do in your life. It can heal you. Some of us, because of that unforgiveness, without us knowing, in the spiritual sense, it can be very damaging when it manifests into the physical, the sickness that we suffer from. And some of the sickness that we are suffering from is created and also initiated by this kind of unforgiveness, or the feeling that we have, or the hurt that we have gone through, and the bitterness of life, because you always continue to tell yourself, oh, this is so unfair. I've been really, really faithful with my marriage, and this is just so unfair. And sometimes you turn away from God even, because you hated God for allowing that to happen. You cry out to God, and you tell God, why me? Out of all the marriages and out of all the couples, why it has to happen to me? And you blame God for what happened to your family, or what happened to your relationship, because you can be sitting with your number of children, and then your husband just stand up one day and go with a younger girl, or your wife just stand up one day and never come back home after work. And those are the kind of scenarios you may be belonging to as you log in today. But whichever, always try and today, as you're logging in and being part of this, because it happens every Thursday, try and get out of it. Don't sit there for long. And I know it's painful, and I know it takes longer. Maybe for so many years, all you do was moping and hoping that one day your partner is going to come back home. And it has taken you out from things that you could have done, or enjoy your children in the process. So you become short fused at home. Get angry so fast. So if that is happening at home, even by staying together, the weekend, unfaithfulness, and sometimes without being careful, that bitterness is still there, that hurt is still there. And you're hitting out to your children without you knowing. You're always angry. It's like you're always angry. Because you're angry with yourself, and you're angry with the situation that you had to go through because of the unfaithfulness that happened. And sometimes without you knowing, your children grow up being exposed to your anger, and being exposed to the person their mother or their father was never was never like that. But the situation has defined you because of the unfaithfulness that has happened in the house. And they begin to remember, oh, mom is always getting angry. Oh, daddy is always getting angry. Oh, daddy doesn't have any patience. It's like the first word is good, second word is like, okay, get me the belt or get me the stick. It's always short fuse, and resorting to, if you're doing that and you're part of, if you're parents and you're part of a family and you're doing that, I believe it's good for you to sit down and really seek God and ask God, do you want your children to be exposed to that for the remaining years of your marriage, for you to go through that? Or do you raise your hand and tell yourself and tell God, I have enough of this. I want to enjoy my marriage. I want to enjoy my family. I will need you to be part of my marriage and to be part of my family. Because that decision is yours today. Don't allow another day for the devil to use your home and use you and use the platform of your family to be his playground. Because of that unforgiveness or because of that hurt. Yes, you can tell me today, Auntie Rai, you don't even know what it takes to be like that. You never know how painful it was. You never know, what I had to go through. The text that I see, or I caught them doing this, or I see